And welcome back to KSN News at 4. Now, earlier we heard from Sedgwick County Commissioner Pete Meitzner, and now we are joined by Kelli Grant, who is challenging him in the 1st District. Welcome, Kelli. Thank you for being here today. You're no stranger to local government. Give us a little bit of background on yourself and what you do.
Sure. First of all, thank you for having me.
You bet.
I really appreciate it. I have worked in and around government for over 20 years. I started as a government employee in 1998. I was a county employee from 2005 to 2013. I've served on advisory boards, and I've done some government work through my PhD studies as well.
Okay, I want to ask you the same questions I asked Commissioner Meitzner. What do you consider is the biggest issues facing Sedgwick County right now, and how would you address them?
Well, I think we need to look at our human infrastructure in Sedgwick County. We had a pretty telling vote in August. August 2nd, we had the vote no. In District 1, that carried almost 2-1. And so I think that we need to pay attention to issues that affect women, listen to voices of those who support women, and look at our underserved communities and make sure that we are investing in our human infrastructure.
I want to talk a little bit about mental health right now. Sedgwick County, as you know, is trying to get funding to build a state mental health facility in Wichita. What can you do to secure that money?
Well, I think that requires partnerships all across the community, right, to ensure that we're making the proper investments with the right partners. And I think that we work hard to advocate for that in our region. It's something that's going to be a huge benefit. Mental health is a conversation that a lot of people are having. I'm also talking about domestic violence related to mental health, and I think that this is something that we have to work together across the community to ensure that we secure funds to make sure we have what we need to serve our community.
I'll set this one up with this. You call yourself a prison research expert. Is that fair to say?
I have been called that.
Okay.
Yes.
You sit on the Sedgwick County Corrections Advisory Board and just stepped down from the Diversity, Inclusion, and Civil Rights Board in order to run for office. A teenager, it's been in the headlines, died in the county, in the custody of the county at the Juvenile Intake and Assessment Center. That story's been in the headlines. What can be done to make sure something like this does not happen again? And does our criminal justice system need reform, in your opinion?
I think there's always opportunities to work on the criminal justice system. You know, it's a huge system. It's complex. We did have a tragedy in our own system with the death of C.J. Lofton, and I think that we have to continue to work for justice for that. We had a community task force. You know, my opponent did not support the community task force when certain recommendations came out, and I think that we have to take that very seriously and make sure that we are supporting what the community says that we need to do, but we also need to be working with people who understand how the system works.
One final question for you. What is the one thing you promise to accomplish over the next 4 years if you're elected?
Well, I absolutely promise to open the conversation around domestic violence and women's issues. We have the highest rates of domestic violence in the state of Kansas. I find that to be very concerning. I think we need to invest in not only helping people escape those issues and work on those issues, but also on the other side of that in helping people rehabilitate. So I do want to talk very seriously about a domestic violence court and make sure that we are working towards something that has evidence-based solutions.
Okay. Kelli Grant, thank you so much.
Thank you
for being here live with us on KSN News at 4 today. Again, she is challenging Pete Meitzner for Sedgwick County Commission District 1. And if you would like to see where either candidate stands on other hot button issues, you can see that on our website at ksn.com. Click on the Candidate Profiles banner. And we will have Commissioner Lacey Cruz and challenger Ryan Beatty on KSN News at 4 live tomorrow, and Commissioner Jim Howell and opponent John McIntosh on Thursday. And like Kelli and Pete, they will be, again, live interviews here in our studio. We'll be right back.